So 1 week from tomorrow, 4 states will drop out of the program that offers extra benefits to people who lost their jobs because of the pandemic. Over the next few weeks, a total of 25 states will stop delivering the extra $300 a week offered by the federal government, and more states could decide to follow suit. This comes as the government reported today that employers added 559,000 new jobs last month alone, and the unemployment rate fell to 5.8%. Joining us now with much more on all of this, Ali Velshi, host of Velshi on MSNBC. Good to see you, my friend. So a lot of interesting takes on this, and I'm curious to get yours. Let's start with this cutoff of the enhanced unemployment benefits. How much of a role is that playing in what seems to be, by most people's estimates, a modest jobs recovery? And what could the cutoff mean for hiring down the line?
Well, so this is an interesting question, my friend. We'll know the end of this experiment by the end of July because everybody will have cut it out by then. But let's take a look at the map of the states that are cutting off the enhanced benefit. It's $300 a week, and if you earn that in addition to the $300 state benefit you're getting $600 a week, which, by the way, is exactly $15 an hour, right? Most service workers do not earn $15 an hour in this country. So the argument is that as long as these enhanced benefits are out there, folks are taking the benefits as opposed to working. We'll know more about how true that is, because if you look at the states that are cutting off the enhanced benefits and look at the calendar of it, you'll find that by July 19th or so, most of them will be done. So for the unemployment report that we get at the beginning of September, we'll know how it fared for August, and we'll know whether people are staying home or not for reasons other than the enhanced benefits. There's probably some truth to it, Eamon, because you can't get $15 an hour working at most bars and restaurants, but you can get $15 an hour if you have enhanced benefits. There are lots of complicated reasons why that's good or bad, but it may be having some effect on the fact that the unemployment, the job creation rate was not as big last month as it should be. One thing I always want to remind people, don't pay too much attention to the unemployment rate on a month-to-month basis because the denominator changes. So it's not that important that it's, 5.8% as opposed to something higher.
Okay, so let's pull out and look at a big picture here for a moment, because you had the May's jobs report. It was much better than April's report, but the U.S. still has 7.6 million fewer jobs than it did before the pandemic. That's the total number. What does this tell us about the overall state of the U.S. jobs market?
Increasing, going up in the right direction. So for most people out there watching, what do they care mostly about? That's the pattern of job losses over the last year. But let's take a look at average hourly earnings, right? That's the thing most people care about. If unemployment is low, your earnings generally go up. And we have seen over the course of the last year, average monthly earnings, hourly earnings actually going up. So this is a bit of a tug of war. Stephanie Ruhle was talking about this earlier today. It's a tug of war between employers and employees. Employees are hoping that employers will pay more money to get them to work. Let's take a look at who's hiring right now. We saw the biggest gain in fact, leisure and hospitality, hotels, bars, places like that, restaurants. Education saw a very big gain. That makes sense. A lot of students were getting back to school. Healthcare has never lost jobs. I mean, it always gains jobs. We did see a drop off in construction and in retail. But what you see by sector, I want to go to looking at hiring by sector compared to a year ago. We are still down 2.5 million jobs in leisure and hospitality. We're down 509,000 jobs in manufacturing, 400,000 in retail, 500,000 in healthcare, 225,000 in construction. All that stuff's got to come back. My general opinion, Eamon, is that it will come back. We will have a full recovery, but some economists say it'll be 2022, sometime next year before we get there.
All right, Ali Velshi, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for breaking those numbers down for us. And be sure to catch Velshi tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern on MSNBC. Ali will be joined by Stacey Plaskett, impeachment manager of former President Trump's second Senate trial. You do not want to miss that.